Hi my amazing artists, in this video we are going to draw our own Wayne Thiebaud inspired gumball machines. So our first thing is we're going to get our piece of white paper. We're going to place it so it is vertical, that means so it's long and tall. And you are going to get a big circle stencil to be the glass of our gumball. So we're going to take that stencil, place it so it's up towards the upper part of our paper, about 2 or 3 fingers from the top. Take your pencil, hold it with your helping hand, and go all the way around. And you can put that off to the side. Now we're going to create this like metal portion that ties the gumball machine to its base. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to make like the letter C and a backwards letter C. And I want these to be about like 2 fingers long. And then I'm going to connect them with like a semi-curved line. Semi-curved line has just a little bit of a curve in the middle. It's not perfectly straight. And I'm going to put 2 semi-curved lines inside. Now we need to draw the base of our gumball machine. And so when we draw these straight lines, they're going to come out a little bit towards the end. So they're not going to be perfectly vertical. They're going to be on a little bit of a diagonal. So I'm going to start here and come a little bit down towards on a diagonal, almost down to the bottom of my paper, about 1 or 2 fingers away from the edge of my paper. And then I'm going to come straight across. Now I'm going to make this like metal strip here down at the bottom of my gumball machine, and I'm going to make this about 1 finger's width. And so I'm going to come across like that. Now we need to make the part our money comes out of. So we're going to start with 2 vertical lines that are about 4 fingers apart. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make a vertical line. This line should be about like 3 fingers long and about 4 fingers apart. So I'm going to make another line that's about the same. Make a straight line across. Now I'm going to make a big circle. Here, this is going to be where my money goes, and I get to choose how much my gumball is going to be. So I'm going to make mine 5 cents. So I draw the number 5. Write the letter C, and then put a line down the middle for the number of cents. I'm going to draw a circle here, about as big as the top of my eraser, and then I'm going to draw 2 ovals connected. This is that dial that's going to turn the money. Now, what's our gumball machine missing? Gumballs. So what we're going to do next is use a glue stick to be our tracers. So I'm going to first start here at the bottom of my gumball glass, because if you were pouring gumballs in, they would go to the very bottom. So I'm going to start here, hold my glue stick, and trace around it to have 1 gumball, and then I'm going to just place this right next to it and trace again so that my gumballs are sitting right next to each other. I don't want them to overlap, I just want them to sit right next to each other, and I'm going to make a straight line. So you can see I'm going across, left to right, and they're all at the very bottom of my gumball machine. I'm not putting any up here, over, around. None are floating in the air. So I make kind of just like 1 straight line of gumballs at the very bottom. Now I need to start adding more. We're only going to go about halfway, so we probably might only make like 3 or 4 rows. So I'm going to start here and put my glue stick touching this gumball, just kind of looks like it's sitting right on top of it, and I'm going to trace around it. And I'm going to put this one right on top of the next one, and I'm going to just trace around. And I'm going to keep doing that, just like I did before, kind of going in a straight line, but these are just going to now sit right on top of that first row of gumballs that I made. And I'm not going to put one here because that would overlap and it would kind of like hang out of the gumball machine. So that second row is done. Now I'm ready for that 3rd row. So I'm going to start over here at the very top over here next to the edge of my gumball machine, and again, just like I did before, I'm just going to place one kind of just sitting on top of that 2nd row, and I'm just going to keep making a line, kind of them going side by side next to each other. until I run out of room and get to the other side of my gumball machine. And again, I'm not going to put one there because it just would overhang. Now I'm going to just leave that there. That's as many gumballs as I'm going to put. I'm not going to fill it all the way up. Remember I said we're just going to go halfway. Now we need our gumball machine hole for it to come out of. So for here we're going to make one look like gumballs coming out of the machine. So I'm going to first draw a circle here around with that, with my glue stick. And then I'm going to come and make a half circle around it to make it look like that gumball is sitting inside of my machine coming out. Now to make like the wall and the table where the gumball machine is sitting, we're going to start here at the edge of our paper and make a straight line that's horizontal and stop when we get to our gumball machine. Lift up my pencil, pretend like I'm drawing a straight line still, put it back down when I get to my gumball machine, and go all the way straight to the edge of my paper. Now I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to make this about 1 finger's width at least apart. So I'm going to come around straight, stop when I get to my gumball machine, lift up my pencil, pretend that I'm drawing a line, put it back down when I get to my gumball machine, and come straight down. And there you have it, guys. There's our gumball machine inspired by Wayne Thiebaud. So our next step is to flip it over, put your name on it, and put our class code, which is 1L. Now that we've got that done, our next step before we can add any color is we need to take a marker. We're going to use a Sharpie to trace. We're going to take that marker and you're just going to start to trace those pencil lines nice and slow. Remember, if you miss a line by a little bit, that's okay, because we can always erase it after we're done. So just go nice and slow. Like here you can see I missed my line by just a little bit. I'm not going to try to go back and get it. I can erase that once I'm done. Once you have it all finished and traced, take one of the big pink erasers and erase over the whole thing. Even if you don't think you have seen any pencil lines, just do it anyway so that you get rid of all of the pencil. And there you have it, boys and girls. Your picture is ready for color. Have fun.